Hey, what's up, guys? Wanted to make a quick video about the chat room this morning. Wanted to show you guys really quick. So this is let's see what time this is. 9:37. Let's go up a little bit. All right, so right about there. Okay, so 9:27 this morning. Um, I kind of let everyone know. Everyone is watching SCPS again because actually yesterday's SCPS made a big move, and you guys saw, I did pretty well on it yesterday. So everyone was basically looking at SCPS again to see if it's going to explode. So this was at 9:27. I sent this at 9:27. And then DPW was also looking good, so I let everybody know DPW looks like it was going to do something, but DPW is a little bit weak. It was a little bit weak. SCPS was the continuation from yesterday, and as you can see, this is at 9:27, and then um, 9:30. I was letting everyone know I did it again. As you can see, I take a screenshot and I forward it over. This was my entry, and you guys know as soon as it breaks go time or when it's approaching go time, I'm jumping in. Um, when it pops, I'm selling into the pop. So this was a pretty nice move right there, as you can see. So I sent that screenshot, and then let's see over here. You can see this was my entry. I also sent a screenshot of my entry at 29:10. I got out at 31:25. And look at this. I got in at 9:30:05, and then I got out at 9:30:42. So in 37 seconds, crushed it. 37 seconds, crushed it. This is what I ended up with. 8,600. Not bad for 37 seconds of work, right? So let's go back to the beginning there. Uh, all right, so basically that's where I jumped in. That's where I jumped out, and then and then it got halted. And this is why we get in, we get out. Once we hit our goal, you guys know my goal is 1,000 per day. As soon as we hit our goals, we're done. I'm done when I hit my goal. I do not want to be a greedy guy and stay there and end up getting dumped on like this. So imagine all the people who thought this thing was going to continue to go up, and then they jumped in right here, even though it double topped right there. They still jumped in, and this happened to them. Oh, this is wow. This is a monster loss. Just like this is a monster win, this is a monster loss. And this is why when we get our profits, we're in and out. This thing took a huge dump. So imagine all the people who got dumped on. Um, so just be careful, man. Trading is very risky. But again, once you know what you're doing, it makes it a lot better. So I'm letting everyone know at 9:32 that I'm up 8,600. And now it's halted. I'm letting everyone know if it's halted. And then I threw this out there. Check this out. Once it got halted right around 9:35, I'm asking everyone, should I jump back in? Right? I wanted to see what they were going to say. Cliff wanted me to jump. Actually, Cliff said, I do have a cushion. Worst thing that can happen is, um, it says worst thing that can happen. Uh, I give some of my gains, but definitely take smaller amounts of shares, which he's right. You can jump back in and take smaller shares, but the way the chart looked, it looked like it double topped. I didn't want to jump back in. As you can see, I was letting everyone know it dropped hard. Good thing I didn't jump back in. I wanted to see what they were gonna say because I need to know if they're understanding. I need to know that if they're thinking the same way that I'm thinking, because it's all a mindset. You know what I mean? It's all a mindset. Um, so boom. So it dropped hard and it got halted going down. Let's see down here. Soon as I hit my goal, I'm most likely to walk away. And this is basically when I showed them that it dropped hard. Um, Sent them a screenshot. This is Cliff replying 8,600 in 37 seconds. He says I make it look very easy, and I don't make it. I probably do make it look easy, but it didn't start out for me being easy. Um, and I'm letting everyone know. I thank God every day for giving me the opportunity to day trade. This is what I've always wanted to do since I was 18 years old. When I was 18 years old, doing door-to-door sales, and I went into this office, and I mean, before I went into this office, all these cars were parked outside. We had Lambos, we had Ferraris, we had Maseratis, we had Mercedes, we had all kind of like supercars outside. And I went inside this office, and they kicked me out. They kicked me out, told me get the hell out of the office. And ever since that day, I always wondered, man, what do those guys do? What do they do? But I did remember going and walking inside the office, and they had a bunch of TVs on the walls, and I saw some stuff that looked like this. Ever since then, I was curious to find out what were they doing in there? How did they get these cars? How did they do these? What are they doing? I always wanted to be there. And, fast forward to today, I pursued it. I know back then it was, just to jump in, just to, start trading, you needed a $25,000 account, and then you needed to have a nice computer and all that. Back then, I was 18. I didn't have that kind of money. So, um, it took me a while to just like, you know, I tried to save up, but the savings just wasn't adding up fast enough for me to get started. So luckily, rules change. In today's age, the rules change. Now you don't even need any money to open up an account. You literally can open up an account with our broker with $500. With 500 bucks, you can start trading. Back then, you needed 25 grand just to open up an account, and you can't go lower than 25 grand. Even now, some of these brokers, they still require 25,000, and you can't trade if your account, hits less than 25 grand. So, but luckily with the broker we use now, 500 bucks, you can sign up, and you can start trading with 500 bucks. But I don't recommend starting out with $500. Obviously, you need a little bit more money to sustain some losses, because we do take losses. We take losses, but obviously, with the strategy, we win more than we lose, and we take more profits when we win versus when we lose. So that's the good thing about this strategy. So I was letting everyone know, even though I do make it look easy, it's not. It's not easy. It's easy when you know the rules, but it's not easy when you don't know the rules. Like, it took me a while to learn the rules, and that's why I like to guide everyone and do one-on-ones and then teach people the rules, because it's not that easy to learn the rules on your own. You're gonna lose a lot of money before you learn the rules on your own. And then, as you can see, this is what I sent everyone. You know, when the stock market meets Brutus Empire, you know, pay me. That's just how it goes. You pay me. Anyways, keep this one short. I hope you guys enjoy your days. Again, let's go back here. Let's close this out. As you guys can see, this is my trade for the day. I jumped in at 29.10, jumped out at 31.25, and look at this thing. I pretty much took the meat of the move. You see that? It jumped up. I jumped in as soon as it made a new high. It bounced down a little bit, and at this point, when it dropped down here, I was down like $4,000, and I was like, man, am I gonna take $4,000 loss? But I'm able to be okay with losing $4,000. Obviously, if you're starting out, you don't want to take as much shares that I'm taking. Don't start out with 4,000 shares. But it dropped down, but it went right back up, and then it dropped again, went right back up. So I knew there was some buying pressure right there, and then all of a sudden, boom, it kicked out, and I'm selling, taking profits, walking away. And that's just how it's done every single day. Let's see here. But yeah, that was it. Jumped in at 29.10, jumped out at 31.25, and that was it. And that's all it did for the rest of the day. As you can see, it didn't really do anything else for the rest of the day. Um, it tried to come back. Actually, this is over here. As you can see, it didn't really do much for the rest of the day. So jumped in here, jumped out there, and for the rest of the day, it just kind of did nothing. So it just tanked. It is Friday, so I hope you guys enjoy your weekends. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the like button. I see a lot of views. Every time I review my videos, I see a lot of views. But then there's like 1 or 2 likes. And if you're not liking my video, don't watch it. We do this for the likes. I'm not asking for money. Um, I try to um, post some videos to kind of motivate people to learn how to do this stuff. You don't have to learn through me. There's plenty of other people out there who can show you how to do this stuff. You do not have to learn through me. You can just watch videos for a couple years and then start doing it. That's what I did. I actually self-taught. I never paid anyone to learn how to do this. But the bad part about this is um, when you're self-taught, you lose a lot more learning because you're making a lot of mistakes, right? And then at the end of the day, you end up losing and spending more money than if you had paid somebody to teach you. So, starting out, I should have just paid someone to learn, but I didn't have too much money and I didn't want to pay. I was being cheap and I didn't want to pay people to learn. So at that point, I decided I was going to just learn it on my own. So I watched the stock market for a whole year. And then I started trading for a whole year to try to learn a strategy. I watched many, 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 many hundreds and hundreds of YouTube videos. And then at some point, I started to figure out. But that took 2 years. And now I'm 5 years in. And, I wish I wouldn't have wasted 2 years. I should have just paid someone to learn a successful strategy. And then at least I wouldn't have wasted 2 years. And I lost some money while I was trying to learn. So, you just got to make that decision for yourself. But you can learn on your own. You can watch some of my videos and figure out exactly what I do. You can watch other people's videos and learn exactly what they do. But no one's going to take you by the hand and go into details about all of these options up here and how to navigate through all these things and what everything is and what's this for and what's that for. How do you do this? How do you do that? Nobody's going to walk you through all these things. I mean, you could learn them on your own. It's going to take a long time. Or you could pay someone and learn how to do this. And you can ask all the questions you want. That's just basically how I do it now. But, I also don't charge as much as other people charge. So, but yeah, if you guys have any questions, comment below. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. But this is just the way it goes. Also, I do have this chat room is going to start being a paid chat room because I'm pretty accurate, man. I've been calling these things out for like a whole year now. I just call out plays. I started this little chat room like I'm not even sure how long ago, but I think it's like I started it this year, and it was free. I just kept giving people quality information, quality information, quality information. But now I think I'm gonna start charging for this little chat room. So whoever wants to be in this group is gonna be $60 per month, which is a small price to pay for me to call out what's moving and what I'm about to do. I'm basically play by play. I'm telling people what I'm doing. So again, you shouldn't follow me. You can lose money. Do not follow, learn the actual strategy so that you don't need anyone. Do not listen to people and just follow people, because if by the time I type something in here, I might have jumped in the trade already because it's already moving quick. Like this one right here, I called it before I jumped in, but there are some days the stocks are moving so fast I jump in and then I'll type it in here, and some people won't catch it because the things, they move fast. They move pretty quick. All right, so I try to make these videos short, but they always end up long. Anyways, just wanted to show you guys what the chat room kind of looks like. Um, I'm always calling out plays, Again, right before 9:30, I'm always letting everyone know what I'm looking at. This morning, it was SCPS. Everyone, I let everyone in the group know everyone is watching SCPS because SCPS made a really big move yesterday. And then today, everyone was anticipating another big break. So, and it did just that. So, right before 9:30, I'm always letting everyone know what I'm looking at, what I'm about to do. Now, you don't have to follow me, and you're not supposed to follow people. You're supposed to learn how to find them yourself, which is what I try to mentor people. I try to show people exactly how I find these things. That way, if something happens to me, you're good. You can find them yourself. You can do this on your own. But you don't need to follow people. You just need to learn what to look for. You need to know the buying criteria. Once you know that, then you know where to jump in and you know where to jump out. It's very easy from there. Again, we do take losses. This is very risky business. As you can see on this, I could have lost 4 grand down here and I jumped in here. I could have lost 4 grand down here, but you know, 4 grand is not it's not going to wipe me out. It's not going to harm me. So I can hold on and see if the move happens. Even if it dropped down here, I would have been okay. I just couldn't let it go below $27 because I didn't want to take that big of a loss. So I knew if it started approaching this area, I would have sold. You just got to know what kind of money you have and what kind of pain tolerance you have. If you have enough money where getting out right here wouldn't be a big problem for you, then obviously, it's worth holding it to see this move happen, which in this case, it happened, which I kind of knew it was going to happen just because this thing's been strong yesterday and it's strong this morning. So I figured it would be strong once the bell rings, especially when volume kicked in. It looked very strong. So at that point, I knew it was going to be a win. But anyways, I am going to call it a day. Enjoy your weekend. Again, if you guys have questions, hit me up. All right. There.